Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel for another video. This week I was able to finally push through my constant self-doubt and I was able to finish my first big-ish illustration piece of 2018. Yay! If you have seen my last video, you will know that I was struggling for a while trying to finish anything concrete. I was stuck in study mode and I had this constant crippling indecisiveness that was keeping me from being able to sit down and follow through on an illustration or a painting. So I'm happy to say that I pulled myself out from that dark cloud last week. A lot of you guys said that you can relate, and I was not surprised by that. I think a lot of artists go through these ups and downs, and like I said, I knew it was a temporary state, and I knew that I could pull myself out of it eventually, so I'm happy that I can share a piece that I really like with you guys this week. I think the source of the indecisiveness and constant self-doubt is from trying to do too many new things at once. And I think that stems from having made these New Year's resolutions for myself. If you have seen my year in review video and my last few videos, you will know that I was trying to do oil paintings. I was trying to do bigger and better portrait studies that I could sell. You know, that's a lot of pressure. And in my year in review video, I said that I wanted to do more complex work, and all those things, all those new boxes that I had to check for myself, I think it just put too much pressure and I just wasn't sure of what I was doing anymore. So what I decided to do was go back to some familiar things, some familiar ideas and themes that I had explored before, that I was confident I could follow through with, and that I would be excited enough to explore because I had done it before and I really enjoyed working with these familiar themes before. I asked myself, what do I love? What do I love seeing in art? And I came back to the mushroom house aesthetic. I don't know about you guys, but I love seeing drawings of mushrooms. I don't know why, but it makes me happy whenever I see them. And I've done a mushroom house painting before, and I don't generally like to recycle themes I've already done, but you can do so much with the theme of mushroom house that I don't think, I shouldn't limit myself to just one interpretation. I should explore it more, and I could end up doing better and better paintings with better ideas out of them. So I was asking myself, what do I love? Well, I love mushroom houses. And what else do I love? Well, I love drawing this little character with glasses and red hair. And because this character is based off of me, there are a lot of stories that I can pull from and use. And whenever I do drawings of her, I do find that it ends up inspiring more ideas and more drawings that I think I could potentially pull from and explore in the future. So I've decided on these two familiar themes, these things I've explored before that, I thought was, it was yesterday. That was 2017, that's old news. But as soon as I started drawing them, I started getting all these new ideas, and ideas that I knew that I could follow through with, and ideas that I wasn't really intimidated by, that was crippling and stopping me from following through before, last week when I was trying to do all these new things. So I need to remind myself whenever I feel stuck, it's okay to go back to ideas you've explored before. I don't think I should think of it as recycling. I should think of it as making new interpretations on old ideas. And in turn, it could inspire totally new ideas that I could be excited about. So now let's talk more about this piece. When I finished transferring the image to the watercolor paper, it was missing a lot of the elements you may see now. I added other elements into the initial sketch after the fact because I realized that it didn't have much of a purpose to it. It didn't have an element of story. I wasn't saying anything with the image other than, oh, here's a cool mushroom house, and oh, here are two cute little characters with troll hats, and oh, here's a cute little kitty. And that was really it. And that is something that I tend to do a lot with my pictures. I tend to focus solely on the aesthetics and the shapes and the rendering, and I tend to neglect the part of the picture that actually makes you interested in the picture, the story or the purpose of the picture, like what am I trying to say with the picture. And I tend to neglect that for the most part when I draw and paint, and that's not good. So I told myself this image is really flat as it is. So I asked myself, why are we looking at this picture? And what is the point? Okay, here's a mushroom house, and maybe these characters just moved in and we're in a forest and there should be little critters around. Okay, so here's a mailbox. Why not draw a little mailman character? So I drew the little mailman bird character. And then I threw in a bench and a squirrel in because it looked a little empty on that side too. And oh, here's a tree. Well, there should be a little nest with eggs on it. And on top of the roof, I drew in two little birds because I thought it'd be cute if they kind of echoed the two little kids in the front. And then I realized, oh, it would be really funny if all these critters were presented in pairs, just like the two little kids that moved into the house, and their cat was the only one that was kind of singular. So the cat feels kind of left out, or he's just not impressed, basically. So I thought that'd be really cute. And to up the cheese factor, I made the puff of smoke from the chimney to be heart-shaped. And now with all these new additions I made to the original image, I felt like the piece had some purpose. And these things may be very intuitive for other artists, but I tend to struggle with these little details myself. And I think that's because I am overwhelmed by the fact that I have to design everything to fit the entire image. And I worry that because I hadn't thought of these elements initially when I was planning out the composition and everything, I thought it would throw the composition off, and I didn't want to do that, but I trusted my design abilities and I was able to incorporate these elements in without throwing the composition off, and I think it's a better image for it. So I'm really glad that I took a step back and I was able to assess what the picture needs and was able to make the appropriate changes. So I think that is all I really have to say about this piece. I really like it overall, and I am looking forward to exploring more in this idea as well as the style of the painting. If you would like to see this turned into a print, then please let me know down in the comment section below. And I guess I can talk a little bit more about some other things that's been going on this week for me. And I don't even know how to bring this up, but I woke up to an email a few days ago saying that I was nominated for a Shorty award. And I haven't even heard of this thing before I read this email. You guys, I don't even know what to make of this. I have no idea why I'm nominated. My theory is that there's someone on the inside of this organization that is a fan of my work, and that's the only thing I can come up with to explain why I'm nominated for this thing. I think it makes no difference in my life, but to the person that had a hand in my nomination, thank you for thinking so highly of me, and I appreciate the support. And in other news, I have a bit of an update now on the whole monetization review status. And you guys will know that I've been waiting for my channel to be monetized for up to 2 months now. It's been 2 months. I put it in for review at the end of November, so it's been a while. And finally we have some answers, because YouTube just announced that they're making these changes to their partnership program. The bar is set a little bit higher. You need more than just 10,000 views now. You need at least 1,000 subscribers, and you need 4,000 hours of watch time, I think, in the past 12 months. And thankfully I am still eligible and I meet all those requirements, so I am still under review. But now there is a date. It says when I check my status page that they are hoping to review these channels by the end of January. So now we have a time frame. I at least know that they haven't forgotten about us. It's not gonna take a year. Hopefully it will eventually happen. So I know a lot of people are upset about these changes, and I totally understand where they're coming from. For me, I knew that AdSense wouldn't be a big part of my revenue stream. I know that my channel is not going to be one of those that gets millions and millions of views per video. It's just not the kind of content that I make. I don't make, hugely funny, entertaining content that everyone watches. And that's okay. And I know that I will have to focus on making other revenue streams for myself. So I never really put too much stress on the AdSense thing. I think it's even more apparent now that new YouTubers, new content creators, we are going to really have to diversify and have many burners going on at once, and not put all your eggs in one basket, because YouTube may not be a thing tomorrow, and they might roll out more changes that make it even harder and harder. But there's also the possibility of making sponsored content, which is something I hope to be able to do in the near future as I continue to grow my channel. So in short, don't give up, keep creating YouTube videos, keep using YouTube as a platform to get your name out there, and diversify, create a Patreon and have an online store where you sell merchandise, and reach out to some sponsors. Maybe if your channel is big enough, they will want to work with you. That's what I plan to do. I think once my channel gets big enough, I think it's okay to reach out to some companies. You don't always have to wait for them to contact you. And to those who say, oh, you shouldn't make videos for the money and you should just be passionate about making videos, to those people I say that it is about the money, in that without financial stability, we would not be able to create the content very easily and on a regular basis. The only reason why I am able to make these weekly YouTube videos now is because I live at home with my parents. I am not employed at the moment, so I'm taking this opportunity to grow my YouTube channel now. I would not be able to do this without the support of my family and the huge amount of savings that I prepared just for this purpose. I wanted to take kind of a year off to see where I can go with my independent pursuits. I think if someone wants to treat it as a hobby, then sure, yeah, do it for the passion, don't do it for the money. But if someone wants to actually make a career out of this, and by career, I don't mean being a YouTuber as a career, but integrating YouTube as a big part of your career. That's personally what I'm aiming for. Then the money is important, and if we can't find financial stability off of YouTube, then we will have to look for other ways to generate an income so that we can keep continuing to make content. Anyway, that's my little rant on that, and I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this painting process, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about a bunch of things again. And I've been appreciating everyone's comments. A lot of people are saying they just found me and they have gone through all my videos already, and that's really sweet. Thank you so much for watching all of them. I can't believe this is my 10th YouTube video now. Wow. Remembering how hard it was to get the first few videos out, I can't believe I'm here 10 videos in. Thank you so much for continuing to watch and support me. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy about the community, and I want to just keep being a part of it and keep growing my presence here. So thank you all so much, and I will be back with another video next week. So I will see you then. Bye!